Good day. Hope you're well. Welcome back. Welcome to War 4, Season 52, in the Book of Ashanti's Chase for Masters once again. Today we're taking on LOXC, sitting on Path 4, and we've got Ironheart, Crossbones, and Kushala on the team. Looking forward to a good one. Let's get it. Bringing in Ironheart versus this Dragon Man. Looking for a good recovery after last war. Taking a loss to Bolt was understandable. They're a very good alliance, typical Masters. But we got to come in and get a dub. And Ironheart is very great for this tactic. He interacts with it well, gets debuffs up quickly. She's a flexible champ. The heal block, mitigating ability power rate means I won't have to really worry about him gaining power as much. I'll also be able to counter the MD as I get armor ups going. So this is a straightforward fight. This is effectively a build to special 1, build to special 2, nuke down kind of fight. And you'll see that's basically how it goes. Now I think I went special 2 to special 2 there because I saw how many debuffs I had built up. So typically with Ironheart, you would want to go special 1, special 2, pause some debuffs, build more. In this fight, we just go get it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to need that whole thing. Got the power backs on. It all helps out. Let's go. Now, I initially wasn't sure who I wanted to bring for this Terrax. I was going back and forth with Kingpin and whatnot, but I decided to bring Crossbones because we're going to take a Quicksilver later, and I really like Crossbones for that matchup for someone like Kingpin. And it turns out, some of you may have seen some people, Trappy, Andrew the Rough, they've demonstrated that Crossbones is pretty good. I think Vega made the argument that he's the best skill 7-star, and he might not be wrong. You're going to see some evidence of that right here in these couple fights. Double check our nodes, make sure we're squared away. I'm really hoping to purify that initial heal block so I can kind of mitigate some of his damage he's going to do with the rock field, and thankfully it goes. And then we get an extra fury when that happens, so we're just doing Crossbones stuff here. Any Crossbones fight, I tend to just duplicate the rotation from Trappy, which is you get to the special 1, you toss it, then you go refresh your Furies. And from there, just try to heavy and keep them alive. And you're going to see it works pretty well. Turns out Crossbones, again, is very good. Toss the special 2. And that's basically good night. Let's go, baby. Easy squeezy. Now to the worrisome part of the fights. These are the fights I was worried about most. That's going to come back to bite me, you'll see later. But this war is effectively going to be the transition from me being the Serpent guy, which I have not done successfully so far this season, to me being the Dust guy. So we start off with here Dust on the first part of 4. I typically think she's more dangerous on the back part of 4, especially with Ironheart in play, but I was still very nervous about this fight. This is why I had the power backs on and all the things. And just wanted to make sure that I didn't get any sand on me in combination with her throwing a special, because that would allow her to go unblockable. Granted, on this node, it wouldn't be for the rest of the fight, so it's pretty solid. Now, one piece of Ironheart's very cool hidden utility is once you get that tracking up, you can block very freely without getting sand on you, because it reduces mutant ability accuracy into your block by 150%. So it's cool stuff. It's going to come into play in later wars. It really doesn't do as much here because I'm really baiting the specials, but you know, there it is, man. I mean, Ironheart's a pretty hard dust counter, and in this fight she makes it very easy. So that was my first dust on 4 of the season. You can expect more of those for sure. But now to the big one, the fight I was most jacked about. Actual redemption time. We've got Serpent here on the end of Path 4. That means he's going to be unblockable pretty early in the fight. We're bringing in Kushala, doing Kushala things. I'm going to use her for a mini as well. And just really looking to get a decent Serpent fight out this season. I need some redemption. Can we get it here? I guess we'll find out. you've clicked on this, you probably already know, but I don't want to spoil it. We're in the moment. Got the big boosts on, ready to do this thing. Ran this whole path at one time. Pretty sure it was pretty late in the war. I tend to do that for the most part. I'm one of the last people who goes. I don't mind the stress and pressure of things, so we get at it. So the goal in this fight is basically to parry a lot. We absolutely want to make sure our parry blessing is up because we do not want him going unblockable without us being able to block unblockable attacks. Beyond that, we're just going to spam special ones because we want to keep ticking him down. We want to make sure we have a lot of incinerates up when he goes into his death immunity because we want to make sure we counter his regen. And I'm probably running an invul here, so just in case things go wacky. And there we are, we're baiting special ones, we're countering with special ones. So far so good. We're getting our parries in, trying to be clean, trying to keep the flow of the fight. You know, throw the specials right after we get the power sting off of us. So all in all, so far so good, but like any Serpent fight, it can go sideways very quickly. There we are, we're just trading special ones. I really prefer to bait his special one. I know it leads to the resistance up, but that special 2 gives him that additional power gain. It just sucks. Man, he gains so much power after you do that. It's tough to get out of the special 2 loop once you get into the special 2 loop. There we are, we're getting down to the end. I'm feeling good. I got 3 blessings up. He's persistently unblockable. I'm hitting my parries on the specials. Throwing my specials after I get the power sting off. So far so good. I haven't had a chance to play Kushala a lot lately given BG's metas and what wars looked like, so it's been nice. And there he is, he's almost there. And boom, death immunity is triggered. I dash in and of course get parried because why not? But it doesn't matter. Because ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We did it. And then that immediately transitions to the letdown fight, because this fight is one of the single worst fights I have ever done in Alliance War. It's honestly incredibly embarrassing. Now, I've taken Gladiator and other champs on this node many, many times. I've got all the boosts on. I know what I'm doing here. I know how I'm trying to go about it. Get my power start up so I can get to my special 2. And I made the ultimate mistake of not stopping to think about this fight. And you're gonna watch that bite me immediately. Because I do this and then think, oh, what do I wanna do? Oh, yeah, 4 out of 5 crits. Brutal, but it's okay. We can still recover this. I toss that, go to dash in, special 1 to the face. But I can still recover. Oh wait, he's unblockable. Or he's unstoppable. And dead. 19 seconds. I died to a Gladiator after beating a Serpent in 19 seconds. You can't imagine. Now, this wasn't a risk of losing the war. I needed to, I don't remember how many attack bonuses I had to play with, but I had a fair amount. I was in a decent spot. But man, just the brutality of how that fight went was such a wake-up call after taking down that Serpent. So we heal up, do the thing, go back in, and now you'll see how this fight is supposed to go. And you can see also as we're going that it legitimately was that fraction of a second pause at the beginning of the fight that completely threw everything askew and caused a death. And this is why I continually and continuously preach to my guys to make sure they think through their fights, have a solid rotation, think about how they want to approach it, think about what they're going to do if it goes wrong. I did not follow my own advice. I did not follow my own method and process because I was so hyped about what happened with Serpent that I caused a death. Lost one. And as you see, even with that clip at the end, that's how that fight's supposed to go. Less than 1 minute, nuked it down, easy squeezy. Ugh, how sad. So to my final fight, we got this Quicksilver chilling on 48. Decent placement, I get it. Because typically you want to approach him with some debuffs, but we got bones, we got a wags, we got boosts up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to change my class boosts here. Yeah, I have not been sparing any expense this season. We got all the big boosts every war. Going through class boosts and gray boosts and all the things. We don't care about loyalty, we care about wins. So I think we're juiced up, we're ready to go. I fought Quicksilver probably like 9 times last season, maybe 10. So I'm pretty good with the animations and whatnot. And again, we're just going through the thing, get our Furies up, and then we just want to pause. Now I did think here at the beginning, so I parry and try to heavy. Oh, it did work there. I thought he evaded me at some point in time, but I guess not. So now we're in the mode, we're going. We want to keep our Furies up, hit our special 1 dexes, and do the thing. Keep our Furies paused. You can see he's chipping down very nicely. Yeah, Crossbones is amazing. Oh, this is where it was. I go to heavy and he evades me with 11 Furies up. That was interesting. But we pause, we throw the special 3. We're gonna do a good chunk of damage. Our boy gets some power back. I was not prepared for that special 1, wasn't sure he was gonna throw it, but it doesn't matter because he's not surviving the special 2. And that is 1 dead Quicksilver. Like I said, wasn't really at risk of losing the war when I was finishing things out. We had a decent lead. Shout out to LOXC. It was a good match, but a nice bounce back from the previous loss to Bolt, a nice bounce back from the previous deaths to Serpent, even though I cost myself 1 to Gladiator, but ultimately a dub. And shout out to our MVPs. Big Egg, appreciate that guy, man. He's done a ton of work for us. Xeno, of course, and our fearless leader himself, the boss man Strange. We're back on the right path. Can't wait to show you more. And until next time, peace.